Hello, good morning. I wanted to film a short video in light of everything that's been happening right now in our world. It's really easy to get overwhelmed and stressed out because of all the bad news that we're hearing, and it's panic inducing and it brings up a lot of fear for a lot of us. And if we have anxiety already, it sort of intensifies the anxieties we already feel. And so I've been thinking of ways to be of service. And it's hard in this time because you're supposed to stay isolated and other than reaching out to neighbors and loved ones who need anything and dropping it off to them, I was thinking, well, what could I share that I could be of service to anybody in this world? And so I thought about one of the rituals that I practice as much as I possibly can. Obviously, when I can, I like to practice the self-care ritual of facial massage. And the reason I do this is a couple reasons actually. Number one, I find it really stress relieving. I find it a time to be very meditative and focused on being quiet. I like to try and do this before my daughter wakes up in the morning. And then the third reason I do it is because of it's very detoxifying and it really helps my lymphatic system get moving. And you actually see beautiful results on your face. You see a very much more uplifted, glowing appearance. And in times like this, I think we can really try and focus on, if we can try and focus a little bit on self-care, it can be very helpful. It can help us to calm down our nervous system and be more present, which I think is really important in times like this when it's very chaotic and stressful around us. Okay, so it's a quick facial massage, and I put my hair back away from my face. My face is cleansed right now. I don't have anything on it. I like to incorporate aromatherapy. I'm a big fan of essential oils and aromatherapy, but if you're scent sensitive, then you can totally just skip this part. I like to use this oil from doTERRA. It's called Serenity. One of my good friends, Sari Fox, got me onto this brand. I love this blend because it's it's got lavender and it's very calming and it's not overwhelming. I don't like scents that are too overwhelming. So what I do is I start by putting just one drop in my hand, just one drop. And then I rub it and I just inhale deep breaths. So 3 nice deep breaths. And then I think what's really important is that we connect with our heart, which is very easy to get disconnected from when you're feeling stress. So I like to place one hand on my heart, one hand above that hand, and take 3 deep breaths. Then using any type of facial oil or facial cleansing oil, you can do this massage. I happen to really like, it's a cleansing oil. It's called Purify Botanic Cleansing Oil by greenenvee, which is an amazing, non-toxic, very clean and green line. So just taking one pump is usually enough. And all over your décolleté, your neck, and of course your face. Getting some nice coverage. Okay, so to get this massage started, I like to start with what's called a lymphatic activation. Now, for those who are not really familiar with your lymphatic system, basically what it does is its purpose is to carry away toxins that are in your body, and there are certain places in your body that are points that you can stimulate by touching very lightly, very, very lightly. So we're going to begin 5 presses, 5 pumps in a few different areas. And the first place we're going to start is our collarbone. So right over here, lightly touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go up to 20. I'm going to do 5 for the sake of the video. Then with a V, very Star Trek, on either side of your neck and behind your ear, just framing your ear on either side, downwards, 5 times, very lightly. And the reason we do a downwards motion is because they call the lymphatic system like a drain, draining away all of the impurities and toxins in your body. And you run it down the drain this way. So in between each move, I like to do a drain right down here. Then we're going to move to our face. I like to start on the left side of my face. You can start on the right. Face circles, always upward strokes. This just gets a little bit of circulation and bringing blood flow to the surface of your skin. You can also position your hand this way. 5 to 10 strokes again. Moving to the other side. Next, I like to take my my index and my middle finger, as if you're doing the peace sign. Bend your fingers, make like little claws. Now taking these 2 claws or knuckles, run that along from your center of your chin out to your jaw, pressing a little bit more firmly. What this does is relieves tension in the jaw. Now, if you are like me and you tend to clench or you hold tension in your jaw, when you're at the point here, when you're reaching the corner of your masseter, you can do a little circular massage like this. Again, 5 to 10 strokes, whatever feels intuitive and good for you. Then, using my middle 3 fingers, I like to go from the sides of my nose, along my cheekbones, outwards. And then, using your hands as little cups, holding thumbs on either temple. This relieves tension and actually opens up your facial bones to reveal a more uplifted appearance. Pincers, 5. Next, putting your hands open this way with your thumbs extended, under your chin, cupping your face, and just extending back. Again, 5 to 10 strokes. Thumbs go under here while you're doing this. So next we go under the eye, and the under eye area is quite delicate, so we want to have a very light touch. Using your middle and your ring fingers, they have the nicest padding. Rest this finger here, these hands here. Again, bringing it down and then draining it out. Moving to the other side. This has the added bonus of moving your sinuses, anything that may be trapped in your sinuses, by pressing down. And you may feel like you need to clear your throat, or you have stuff moving around that's very natural, very normal when your lymphatic system starts to get activated. Okay, next we are going to work on our forehead. We like to carry a lot of emotion and scowling in our forehead, and this really smooths it out and helps to relieve tension. So 2 palms, one after another, upward strokes, working on one side of the head, one side of the forehead rather, then the other. Now, I really like to relieve tension in my forehead because I tend to scowl or focus, and then I really hold tension there. So what I'll do is I will work on one eyebrow versus the other, and you will actually see this eyebrow will be significantly more lifted. I'll do one at a time, and you can see that the difference. It's actually quite amazing. So 2 fingers and a thumb. Using quite firm pressure, continuous upward strokes. Just the entire length of the eyebrow, and then I'll hold. Just for a couple breaths. You can do little circles if it feels good. And go back to the continuous strokes. And you can see the difference right away. It's actually pretty shocking how much one is raised compared to the other. So now we're going to work on this side. 2 fingers, thumb. You get a chance to become ambidextrous in this technique. And again, hold. Oh, it feels so nice to release that tension. Back to the continuous stroke. And you'll see that they're more even now, and right away, the eye area has been opened. Now you can really freestyle and incorporate any of your own moves. This is just a fundamental base to work upon. I like to do this maybe for 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how much time I have. But it's just a nice pause to sort of reconnect with yourself and give yourself a little bit of self-love and uplift your face at the same time. So good luck with this quarantine that we're all in, and hopefully this passes very soon. Thank you.